Hello, friends and family of Brighter Futures Farm. Welcome back to the farm. Well, we're not exactly at the farm. We're at suburbia. We're in my garage. Still a lot to do on the farm. We're not quite there yet. We did find a designer, someone to design us a house. We've got what we want. Now we're on the next steps to getting estimates from builders. So that's where we're at. Right now, I got to make some gifts. All right, perfect. So I got the Mac set up. Can you guys see that? I think you can. All right, so I got the Mac set up. He wants to do probably a stool. He's a little guy, only about a year old, so let's get Carbide Create out. Got Carbide Create. This is a stool that I did for another youngin'. So we'll have to change some stuff around. I don't think the little guy is gonna want someone else's name, so I'll just change his name here. Probably doesn't want unicorns. I mean, I don't know. He's a one-year-old boy. Maybe he wants unicorns. But I think one-year-old boys that live out on the farm probably would rather have, I don't know, deer, big old bucks, maybe a tractor. Couldn't find a buck. Oh, looks like a good enough buck. All right, trace that. Looks good enough. Boom. Put them right there. Shrink them down a little bit. Perfect. Got a little buck. All right. And for the next one, we will put a tractor. We have a tractor in here. Trace that. Boom. All right. I got a tractor. It all grouped, make it smaller. Still a little big. How's that? Boom, that looks good. All right, got the side, got the little supports, got the top. All right, I think we're ready to start cutting. Now we got to set up the wood. So I'll take a second. I can't even hardly see that. Get it all designed out. Boom. Now I got to put the wood there, do some other finishing touches. I won't bore you with all the details, but I just learned how to do this the other day, so if I do this. Well, that was easy. Quick and painless. I just learned that trick. Pretty nice. Anyway, got this piece of MDF set up here, 24 by 24. Got it covered there in that thin filament. That way when I cut something out, it'll cut that out and allow me to paint perfectly exactly what I want to paint. So we're all set up. Let's get this thing cutting. This thing is about to get loud, so I'm going to put my hearing protection on, and I'll put some elevator music on for you.
one of the things that I'm really looking forward to in our farmhouse is the workshop. And I plan on having an area where I can put the CNC machine and have a better dust catchment system. So all of that dust that's coming off that wood as I cut it, it's going up that pipe into that shop vac. And the shop vac does a pretty good job of catching some of it, a lot of it actually. But I think an enclosed plexiglass type of setup with a dedicated catchment system that catches from the bottom and from the side or the top would just help keep a lot of that dust out of all the other stuff that I have around the CNC machine and out of my lungs.
That was a pretty easy project. Only took me a couple of minutes. Maybe sometime this week or maybe next week I'll paint it and put some polyurethane on it. But for now, let's go talk about the design for our house.
All right, folks. So as I mentioned earlier, we have found some floor plans that we really like. We've gotten a design from the design company, and we went with BuildMax.com. So BuildMax, they have a bunch of barn dominium floor plans. Barn dominium is really what we're looking for the farm. It's not only that it looks aesthetically pleasing, reminds us a lot of a farmhouse. There's a lot of functionality within a barn dominium that you don't find in traditional homes. It will probably be a hybrid because we do want to put a basement on it. But if you go to BuildMax and you search barn dominiums, you have a whole bunch of cool plans. And we went with the Farm Dominium Barn Dough. There's a lot of different companies that we tried to work with. If you look at Marshall Remodel, like they have a company that they partner with. I really like Marshall Remodel. I've watched all his videos multiple times just because it gives you an idea of how much of the work you could probably do yourself. So my goal is to do a lot of the work myself with some supervision. So what that means is I don't trust myself enough on such a large project not to make mistakes. But I am okay with making mistakes as long as I can identify them and fix them, quickly. And that means having an experienced contractor that'll allow me to do some of the work myself. So anyway, this is the house that we want to go with. There are some changes that we want to make. It's rather large. There's a gap here between the garage and the house. We like the wraparound porch. We like the two-story. We don't like the gap. We don't need a three-car garage. We don't need the loft. You see the windows up here. There's like a loft up there. We don't need that. The chimney. We're not going to have a fireplace. We may have a wood stove, and with a wood stove, we'll just put a pipe up through the roof, not necessarily a brick chimney. So there are some small tweaks that we want to make. With the tweaks, BuildMax will let you make some minor changes to their plans included with their plan. So if you want to modify the plan, you pay a little fee and you can make some changes. That's what we're going to do. One of the changes that we're going to make is with a traditional stick frame home, you would put it on a concrete slab. So we don't want to go with a concrete slab. We want to take advantage of the ground, build a basement, have an area below grade that we can go down into for tornadoes or extreme weather, something that stays cool and stays warm naturally. An area that we can to use and not have to just sit on a concrete slab. Really like this floor plan. We like the master bedroom on the main level. We like the kitchen, walk out to the garage. Again, we're going to do away with this breezeway. We have a great room that's lofted, so there's nothing above it. And then upstairs, we'll have the kids' rooms. They'll have their own little loft, and then nothing above the garage. So the garage will just be a little bit taller on the main level. I want a little bit of space, nothing up top, so that'll reduce a little bit of the cost. And that's what it's going to look like. So we've already got the plans back from BuildMax, and they look great. We're going to work with them to make some minor tweaks, but we have our first set of plans, and we've taken those plans and we've sent them out to contractors. The contractors are looking at them, asking some great questions. We talked to contractors that were recommended by our friends and family, so folks that live out there near the farm and that know some of the contractors. We've steered away from contractors that have a bad reputation, and we only know those bad reputations because of feedback from our friends and family. So thank you to everyone who has given us some feedback on who's good and who's bad, who to talk to and who not to. We've reached out to a couple of other folks that no one's ever heard of, just because through a Google search you may find them. 6 or 7 contractors that we've talked to. They have the plans. They're asking us questions. So we're hoping to get some estimates in the next week or two. And then we will pick one and then go after building our dream farmhouse. We're really excited. This is an awesome looking house, and we will update you guys as we continue to move down this road. Hope you're enjoying following along with us. If you stuck around this far, please like, subscribe, share our videos. Want to make sure that all our friends and family kind of know what we're doing. I'm not the most talkative guy. I don't communicate very well to my friends and family. So the best place for you to keep up with us and to understand what's going on in our lives is just to follow us on our channel. And I'm going to document this entire process from here on out as we move from suburbia onto the farm. So stay tuned.